Disruptor.
Juggernaut.
Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Hitbox TV. We are here watching the MVP Revolution versus the Mongolz game, the second best of two of this day, and we're watching some of the strongest teams fight it out, duke it out today. MVP Revolution, who does not know this team of Kyrgyzstanians, previously known as No Lifers? I used to compete in European tournaments with really high ping, and they're here in the ProDota Cup series, competing now in the SCA region because they finally got picked up by a proper organization and showing everyone that they are one of the best teams in the SCA region and a force to be reckoned with. This is literally a story of starting from nothing, of rags to riches. The only player that I even recall that has been changing has been their mid player, Stormcat. They used to play with, used to play with a bunch of mid players before, even the No Lifers. Everyone else, W Zayak, Pubber, Blizzy, and Napalyoshka have been the same since the No Lifers era, and it's a wonder to see a team like this, a la Ad Finim style. But the Mongols are not far behind. They also have Masquerade and Sanke being like the Proxy too. Masquerade, Sanke, Proxy being perhaps the players from the Mongols that really revitalized the Mongolian scene of Dota 2, which is really nice because it's always nice to cheer for your nationals, right? So it's nice to have a Mongolian team as well. And they expanded this beautiful Dota world into a new country, so that's great to see. Let's see if the Mongolians can actually beat the Kyrgyzstanians in this game today. It's gonna be hard for them, but it's a challenge they're willing to undertake. My name is DSwordfish. I am the caster for today. That was so egocentric. I will be your caster for today, and I will be casting this cold best of two, and the one that's coming afterwards. Hope you enjoy the cast. If you do, feel free to follow me on Twitter, and if you don't, just tell me why in the comments. I always appreciate feedback. That said, MVP Revolution, betting on the next Assassin, the Omnite, the Warlock, and the Ursa. They pick up the Monkey King, Legion Commander, Hunter, and Terrorblade. Now the Invoker, that went really fast, sorry. The draft went faster than usual. You see that no reserve time used at all. The Mongols pick up the Earth Spirit, the Darkseer, Shadow Shaman, and Juggernaut. If you guys don't know, Proxy is actually known as one of the, I think it's the best Earth Spirit. I'm not entirely sure in the according to MR and rankings and whatnot, but he is among the best Earth Spirit in the world. Fantastic Earth Spirit. Sanke himself playing with a pretty well-known hero for him, the Juggernaut. The Shadow Fiend and the Juggernaut are probably, it's not Shadow Fiend. The Spectre and the Juggernaut are probably his heroes, his signature heroes. And they're playing the Juggernaut Shadow Shaman, a classic here, especially against whatever MVP Revolution bring. They don't care. They actually have a pretty strong lane. And the Darkseer to offer them some team fight. The combo of Darkseer and Earth Spirit was practiced a lot by the Mongols because they love the Darkseer on Masquerade and they love the Earth Spirit on Proxy. So it's obvious they will practice this combo a lot. And I would not be surprised if we see some death yo-yos this game with a great vacuum plus the Geometric Grip or even the Boulder Smash. They can actually manage to do that even though it's a slower rock. Actually, I believe Boulder Smash might be faster, might be easier because it's slower. But that's beyond the point. They need one more hero. They've already banned out the Tinker. They can't pick up the puck either because they themselves have banned out the puck. The Silencer would have been a good pick actually for Mongols, but I don't think. Made it a bit risky. Now against the Invoker, you can always go for the OD. OD's pretty strong against Terrorblade, so it's a pretty solid pick. Legion Commander doesn't do too well against the OD. Disruptor, I guess, crushes it. Doesn't really crush him. Has the glimpse of noise, and that's pretty much it. You go for the Kunkka as well if you're really concerned about the glimpse, but that's definitely not going to happen. The OD seems like a really good option, most stable option here in the mid lane. If you want to go a bit less stable, the Lena's not bad. Lena's decent against Legion Commander. Lena's decent against Monkey King. Really good against Terrorblade. Dominates the lane against Invoker. Suffers a bit against Disruptor, but everyone does, honestly, at this point. Everyone but Juggernaut is pretty much countered by Disruptor, so there's no point in trying to counter a Disruptor. And it goes well with your team, right? The Lena goes with the Vacuum Wall Replica and also with the Shadow Shaman damage. It's nice to go. However, the OD seems like a better pick in general. The OD with the Shadow Shaman is allowed to steal a lot of health, or a lot of intelligence. Can deal easily with Terrorblade's illusions. Works wonders with Earth Spirit in the mid lane because you have a setup stun essentially for your rolling boulder. It seems like too good a pick to be true. So it honestly seems like a better ban than the Tinker if I was MVP Revolution. But I guess the Tinker, you're more afraid of the Tinker because of how well they can play the Tinker in the Mongol side, which is also an important factor, right? A really good Tinker is always going to be better than a decent or a good OD because of the effect he has. A really, really good Tinker, like an out of this mind Tinker, out of this world Tinker. It's not like Mongolz is the best Tinker in the world. I guess they were just afraid because Terrorblade is also quite crushed, and MVP Revolution is trying to get that early game snowball going. They're taking quite a long time to pick this. I'm gonna go for the Lina. So yeah, like I said, it's Overworld Devourer Lina, pretty much the two picks that are stable. I still like the OD a bit better, honestly, than Lina, but the Mongols do prefer the Lina in general. As Retribution does play OD, but if I'm not mistaken, at least in all the iterations of the Mongols I've seen, they like the Lina. They really favor that kind of aggressive playstyle in the early game. And it's not like Lina is particularly bad with Earth Spirit either. The combination within their team is still pretty powerful. It's just that the OD obviously has the setup style, which is a bit better if I was Lina. At least I would argue. Also, the Shadow Shaman and Shackles don't really go too well with Lina. I guess once you go into the late game, you do have the ability to just deal a lot of physical damage, so Shackles work well. For now, though, MVP Revolution is a really solid draft, and we haven't really talked much about it because I like the Mongols combination, and the Mongols seems to have more synergy. But MVP Revolution is one of those just I'm going to be stable drafts, and they really do like picking this. Ever since No Lifers, they have a really good execution, and that means the better your execution, the less risky your draft can be, the more stable and just good heroes your draft can be. You don't need a great amount of synergy if your execution is just solid on every single hero you play, right? And you can see that. And I love the name, like, too great. You can see that in how the MVP Revolution guys play, and in their draft specifically here. Because you look it up. Oh, okay. The Terrorblade here, for example, not much synergy with the rest of their heroes, but will be secured in easy lane with the Disruptor and the Monkey King, or should be secured decently easily in. The Legion Commander, similarly with the Monkey King, can have a decent job in this off lane. The Invoker with the Legion Commander is a bit of a combo with the Monkey King as well, even with the Disruptor, just because of the Sun Strikes constantly. And the whole point is to go for almost a 4 protect 1 at once the Invoker grabs. So first of all, it's gonna be a three-man gang squad, and with strong heroes like Monkey King or Legion Commander, is much more likely. Earlier today we saw Monkey King, careful, Blade Fury onto Blizzy. Ooh, that Blizzy's dead. There's no press the attack. He has to grab it to save him. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Napoleoshka knows press the attack is alright if you have to go jungle, so it's fine. He'll save Blizzy in the last second and even body block Proxy so they can't get that first blood. Rolling Boulder's coming out anyway, though. Napoleoshka getting dealt a bit of damage, but the Rolling Boulder, as slow as is not sufficient. And she still has to press the attack just in case. That's it. We saw a game earlier. I don't think it was the ProDota Cup. I think I was watching actually the final match. For those of you who don't know, that tournament in Peru, $50,000. Pretty good. Alright, that said, in the final match we had... Oh, got your Stormcat. There's the Shadow Shaman Shackles as well. Got your Disruptor. Pretty good. W Zayak in trouble. They're Boundless Strike from Blizzy, though. However, it's not going to save W Zayak. It's only a level 1 Boundless Strike, and that's actually the worst ability to get level 1. So now MVP Revolution actually did sacrifice quite a lot for that level 1 engagement, and they even lost their Disruptor regardless. But anyway, I believe it was the final match, but we saw terribly with the Invoker combination again. But instead, they picked a much weaker offlaner. I think it was Abaddon? Maybe. Not entirely certain. Oh, Masquerade. Careful. Here you can actually be crushed with the Glimpse as well. They have a Glimpse and you have no Surge. Yep. There's the Glimpse. Bring him back. Masquerade still dealing a considerable amount of damage. And the second Ion Shell put on himself, but Masquerade's gonna go down. Oh, wait. Fire to save his life. Maybe one more attack. Eats the mango. Why did he eat the mango? There was absolutely no need for that. He just got desperate and panicked. And now they get the second blood on MVP Evolution side. Right, I couldn't even present the teams because I was talking about this stupid anecdote. Right, Pubber, oh sorry, the guys were playing Terrorblade and Invoker, and they just couldn't do anything because honestly they both come online so late. Oh no, it wasn't Terrorblade, it was Anti-Mage actually, so even worse, right, the same idea, same concept. And they lost that game, purely because of the fact that they played that kind of lineup. But in this case, when you're playing an Invoker Terrorblade, the same concept applies. Terrorblade is a much easier laning stage than the Anti-Mage, obviously, and you have a Legion Commander to help you out in the mid game. So you can go for the 3-man gang squad, and it works pretty nicely for you. That's it. Finally, the anecdote completed. Let's go into presentation of the teams. My name is DSword. Oh, no, never mind. Sanke is ready for a Blade Fury. He's going to go on Blizzy. If it's about to strike, no 3-dance. Blizzy's going to go down as well. Right. Now let's present the teams. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Hope you enjoy the cast as per usual. And if you do, feel free to follow me on Twitter at DSwordfish. Arioka. We'll be playing the Shadow Shaman for the Mongol side in the support position. The second support being the Earth Spirit here, played by Proxy, one of the best Earth Spirits in the world, apparently. Retribution. We'll be playing the Lina in the mid lane. In the off lane, we have Masquerade playing the Darkseer. And finally, on the Juggernaut in the carry position, Sanke. In this game, the carry for the Mongols. As for MVP Revolution, it's W Zayak on the Disruptor. And the support position, second support being the Monkey King played by Blizzy. Here's the carry, we have Mr. Pubber on the Terrorblade. The Invoker played by Stormcat. And then finally, in the Legion Commander role, it's going to be Napoleoshka in the offlane position. Legion Commander role. Her role is not even offlane, it's just Legion Commander. Right, no, it's... obviously, she's playing Legion Commander. She's in the offlane though. Cool. Hasn't even bothered denying it, just wants to get so lasses. I'm using the creep as a meat shield. I like that. Oh, I actually really like the starter build. Going for kinetic field and glimpse early. With a Thunder Strike, you're not going to be able to harass too much a Darkseer with a Thunder Strike. It's 160 damage early on, which is pretty good. It's actually the best level 1 nuke in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I don't know if it's rivaled with Shadow Ward and... It is rivaled by Shadow Ward. It's because Shadow Ward is 15 damage, but I forget. I think it's Shadow Ward is 150 damage and Thunder Strike is 160 damage, something along those lines. But yeah, it's one of the best level 1 nukes in the game, so very much respect to that Disruptor. Careful Zayak, by the way, being harassed by Proxy ever so slightly. That Poison Orb. He has to use a Glimpse of Kinetic Field to bring him back. I don't know if he's gonna be able to, because the Kinetic Field does catch him though. Proxy. There it is. Now he's caught in the Kinetic Field, and there's a minimal force just terrible. He has to use the Rolling Boulder to survive. He will be able to. One last hit will not finish him off because of the Fairy Fire. Otherwise, that terribly would have gone the kill pretty much for free. Thank God for the usage of the Fairy Fire. And yeah, he played a bit aggressively. I think he was just... I don't know if he put a lot of pressure there. Pubber really wasn't too phased by it. In fact, he's beating the Juggernaut still on farm. He should have an easier lane, honestly, against the Darkseer than the Juggernaut does against the Legion Commander. If the Legion Commander is helped at all by the Monkey King, then she's going to have a pretty decent lane. Considering, yeah, already Elast, you see. Rivaling the Invoker. Or the same, I guess the same farm as the Invokers in the same team. I don't really recommend. Meanwhile, on the top lane, they're going on to Pubber. The double Iron Shell. Pubber has to just TP away. There's no vacuum available. There's no Water Smash either. Very smart in the early game. TPing is a very valid way of leading because they have no stuns on the enemy team. That's taking advantage of the Earth Spirit pick. Actually, nice play by Pubber. I'm not dying there. But the important thing is, yeah, he is for me a little bit better than Juggernaut, but not too much. The Legion Commander is doing better than Darkseer herself, but again, not too much big a difference. The big difference comes in this mid lane. You see, what a huge setup for this comment. Now, the big difference comes in this mid lane, where honestly, Stormcat is suffering quite a lot against Retribution. He has only 10 lasses to his name. Retribution has 26, doing much better, obviously, than Stormcat. She has, I mean, she's Alina, so, or Retribution is Alina, I guess, playing Alina, so it makes sense that you're gonna beat the Invoker in lane, but this is quite big anyway. Using the Dragon Slave very offensively, forcing the Invoker to go for a Quas Exort build instead of the Exort Wex build, which is so popular nowadays for the Alacrity, and simply because you need the extra regen. And it's not like a bad build either. The Lava Surge, or the Forward Spirit, sorry, helps you with the last hitting in general, and since you can't use Alacrity, it's pretty much all you have. Down bottom. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. So I don't like being camera as well. But the even though the Forge Spirit helps you last hit, it's not the main reason why you really don't pick Quas is because of the regen, right? You really need that regen, that extra regen, and all you can do right now is try to get as many last as you can with a Forge Spirit. Try to play this Quas Exort build, which allows you to at least stay in lane for a bit longer, and you can see he keeps Quasing and Exort only when you hit. Yeah, see, that's what a good Invoker will do. Quas whenever you're healing, and then when you have to last hit, Exort, boom. That was actually on point. But it's what you should do on Invoker, especially when you're playing with a Quas Exort build. Ever since the buff to the orbs, it's much more important to swap between them. Before, when it gave you stats, it wasn't that big a deal because, well, the orbs at least gave you stats and whatnot. We're not that useful. It wasn't that necessary. It was more of an efficiency thing, like treads, rather than a necessary thing to play the hero. Nowadays, though, you have to do it. You have to swap between Quas and Exort. The healing otherwise is useless. You have to constantly be swapping with him. Oh, Ariuka, careful, using the air shock, but that's not going to do much but deal damage. He's going to go down against Terror Blade. The Kinetic Field didn't do much, but they still have a Glimpse, and that's a Glimpse level 2. I do like this choice by W Zayak. And as soon as they see Proxy, they can really punish him. There's a Balance Strike, they see him. The Glimpse, they bring him back. Jingu Mastery is not available on the Monkey King just yet, because it's only, okay, went for 2 levels of Tree Dance, but they'll get a kill anyway. Really? 2 levels of Tree Dance over 1 level of Jingu Mastery? This is an interesting Monkey King I'm watching. Yeah, first time I've ever seen this build. I mean, Balance Strike is usually what you max regardless, so it's interesting that you're gonna go for the 2 levels of Tree Dance. Maybe he's still gonna bounce. Oh, Omnislash, very unfortunate. Apolloshka evades it completely. Had you Blade Furied him, you would have killed him, but instead you chose to Omnislash. That was a bad play, Zombie. That was a bad play. Sure, that was unlucky. Yes, I'll give you that, but you should have just Blade Fury and it would have dealt even more damage than Omnislash level 1. Omnislash level 1 deals around 600 plus, say, 50 or whatever your attack damage is. You usually attack once in those 3 attacks if you hit the same hero. So, around 600, 700 damage. The Blade Fury level 3 deals, what, 5 times? Yeah, much more. 650 damage. Magical. All magical instead of physical. So, you should deal a bit more damage for that. Actually, I don't know, because the physical resistance is really low early on. Alright, that said, in the bottom lane we see that they actually managed to survive. In the mid lane, his Retribution is being harassed now, and the Kinetic Field did not bring him back. In fact, he just wants to go onto Zayak, and we'll get that kill. Retribution, not caring too much about anything. He's his own man, or own woman, I guess, in this situation. and we'll just be, you know, out harassing the harasser. Here, Sanke is being searched by Legion. The duel is not available. Neither is the Sunstrike. It's not going to hit. And one more hit by Napoleoshka will get the kill onto the Legion Commander, and with that, onto the Juggernaut. And with that, the Juggernaut will die. And with that, it's unfortunate, but Napoleoshka for now actually gets has a pretty good lane against the Juggernaut. It's unfortunate if you're Mongolz, obviously. If you actually notice, you see the difference in net worth is pretty low compared to the difference in net worth between Darkseer and the Juggernaut. And that... Sorry, the Darkseer and the enemy carry, that being the Terrorblade. That's quite a big deal because we are expecting the Darkseer to get a bit more farm out of the lane and be able to get Guardian Greaves and those defensive items that help you out against the Legion Commander. But the issue here is that the Legion Commander will get a Blink Dagger and be able to get team fights and pickoffs constantly, especially with the Sunstrike, and you won't have a Guardian Gauge to help your team to do those kind of things. Even a Mechanism, honestly. Masquerade has been really destroying this lane. And the issue here is that you won't really want Guardian Greaves. I mean, not only Mech, you want the Soul Ring, Arcanes, and then Mechanism. Whereas Legion Commander can plainly rush the Mech after the Phase Boots and not the Mech. The Blink after the Phase Boots. And... there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. there's no other items you need, and she's already really powerful. And with the the Overwhelming Odds build, which is the build that deals the most magical damage, it's actually really useful to get these duels early on because you have a huge amount of teamfight potential with that Overwhelming Odds. It's one of the strongest abilities if you have like a 4 versus 4 kind of engagement in the early game. And the only person that's not going to be in those engagements is Stormcat and maybe even Terrorblade. So you can go with a 3-man Gan Squad. They'll try to punish you with a 4-man, rotation, and then you punish them even further with Overwhelming Odds and dealing more damage. It's unfortunate, but MVP Revolution do have a good control over the game right now. Even though Mongolz are beating or winning slightly in farm, and that's because of the Lina mainly. It really, I expect MVP Revolution to do a bit better in this mid game. However, this rotation might help a lot, actually. Sanke with the Shadow Shaman, that's some easy shackles, easy kill onto the Invoker. They can't really do much. There's a Rolling Boulder, misses completely, but they do hit him with a Boulder Smash. Fantastic Boundless Strike to stop the initiation. And now the Cold Snap onto Aryuka. That's going to deal a lot of damage. The Omni Slash finally comes out. W Tiger is going to go down to the power of Sanke. But for now, MVP Revolution have not lost their Invoker, and they just sacrificed a Disruptor for, honestly, a 4-man rotation. They even rotated Pupper, though. Oh, they might sacrifice Blizzy. The Laguna's Blade comes out, and that was... they played a bit cockily there. That was a good rotation in the beginning, but rotating the Terrorblade there and not immediately retreating after that happened was a mistake. The Invoker did not need any more help. And with that, the guys from Mongolz will be taking this tower pretty easily, taking advantage of the healing ward. No serpents yet. Oh, wow, that's only level 4 Shadow Shaman. Really? Are they that low level? Yeah, actually him and Monkey King. Look at that. Wow, look at that Overwhelming Odds dealing so much damage. Now the Primal Spring almost killing Aryuka, but that combo with the Boulder Smash and Light Strike Array ensures the kill on the support and the enemy offlaner. Mongolz will be taking this tower easily, and also 2 kills with it as a present, as a tax income, knowing that, I mean, after all, that was a great play. Proxy might even die. Sunstrike? No. Unlucky Sunstrike. The Sunstrike has not been too on point, but honestly, it's really hard when you have no vision whatsoever. That was just a guess. So it's not bad, considering that was just a guess. And Pubber will be getting a Yasha delivered to him. Okay, I like the Yasha first just to get the extra movement speed and extra pumping power. And so it does seem like they're going to play that, what I was saying, for Protected 1. However, against what Mongolz is displaying, honestly, MVP seems a bit hopeless here. The Miles has been really delayed for the Invoker, which is a big deal. He hasn't really recovered much in farm in the jungle. The Darkseer has actually been the Legion Commander now, so all the... everything I said earlier was completely irrelevant about the mechanism and the blink, especially because he went for Helm of the Dominator to give him just extra regen for everyone. Just fantastic. It's actually a cheaper way to get a mech, and you're going to delay that, or that blink dagger is not going to come anytime soon, so take advantage of that. Now let's see. In the bottom lane, they want to get the duel off. They can find out the Yuka. The glimpse is available. Yeah, it's an easy glimpse. Bring him back. The Hex is not going to do much. In fact, the Hex was used a bit too early. There's the duel, the Sunstrike as well. Goodbye to the Shadow Shaman. MVP Revolution getting at least a kill. It's not bad. I mean, it's not going to help in their net worth, but it's a bit of dual damage for the Legion Commander. And it's still okay. 12 minutes in, getting only 10, dual damage early on. Well, it's not that bad. See a bit of lag. It's 11 minutes in, 10 dual damage. It's okay. The little bit of lag, by the way, is, again, the SCA servers. I apologize for that. Any sort of lag spikes you see are most likely SCA servers, as it's stuttering for me as well. Even put the normal terrain this time, even though I wanted to celebrate the international. That was sad. Zonk in this bottom lane is going to be fighting against 3 Terrorblade Illusions. He does have a lot of magical damage, so they could actually just go on the Terrorblade if they had the help from the Earth Spirit. However, there's a reason that the Thunderer knows this, and he's just hanging about saying, okay, someone goes in, I'm going to glimpse him. Napoleoshka's also around, and I don't know if they saw her. Oh wait, wrong vision. Not entirely certain. Not entirely certain if they saw her. They also don't see the Juggernaut themselves. So it's actually quite a difficult position. Masquerade is none the wiser. They don't see this. They have no clue. They just want to go on to probably who they do see. There's the Iron Shell, a bit of magical damage. Now let's get a vision for both teams up. The Sunder already coming out, and now the duel. The Sunder plus the duel is enough of a kill. Well, it's enough to get the kill. And now Sanke careful because he's being pursued as the next target of aggression. However, you can't go too far away from the creeps because they could just counter you with the Army Slash. Meanwhile, on the top lane, oh, wait, never mind, the Rolling Boulder misses Sanke. Why is he Blade Furying? He might just die to the auto attacks from the Terrorblade. One more attack would have done the trick, but he can't get it off in time. And Pubber is now healing up thanks to the press attack. Magnetis is dispelled, and they get the kill on to the Earth Spirit. Meanwhile, on the top lane, they actually managed to get the Lina already. Ariuka is the next target of aggression, and they will find him out. The Jingo Mastery already ready. Oh, what? Really, Blizzy? Jesus, no Jingo Mastery on him at all. I know it's not the best of skills ever since they nerfed it, but at least one level over the level of the Tree Dance. That's a very weird build for Blizzy. And he's going for Midas first as well, which I haven't seen in a Monkey King too much. And I haven't ever seen a Monkey King build Midas, mainly because your core is such a cheap core with Basher and other kind of items. And that's why you don't build Midas, because you don't really need it. Your late game potential is not necessarily that great. You're more of a mid-gamey hero. I mean, your late game you're pretty powerful regardless of your talents, but the experience is not also needed. You only need Balance Strike level 4 and 1 level of Wukong's Command. You're pretty much golden because the cooldown decreases. It's alright. It's not the most necessary thing in the world. The Midas extra attack speed is okay against a Monkey King. I've actually never seen it. It's a very greedy way to play a Monkey King. And I don't know, it's actually interesting. I want to see if it works out for the Monkey King. Thank you, Blizzy, for teaching me something new. The lack of Jingo Mastery still seems a mistake, though. The many times they were going on kills, and he deals a decent amount of damage, but the Jingo Mastery helps you so much more, especially if you have the Jingo Mastery plus the Thunder Strike combo, which is such a good combo. And oh, careful, Earth Spirit, the Sun Strike, gonna hit him, and the duo win for Legion Commander. Now, what is interesting about this is that what I was talking about is the Balance Strike, right, is able to heal you if you have Jingo Mastery up. So you actually have a ridiculous amount of sustain as Monkey King. Ooh, that was a really good jump, but they're going to kill him anyway. They have enough vision. The last trick array hit, giving them a bit of vision in the end, and Attribution getting that kill onto the Monkey King. Not going to be able to find anyone. That's unfortunate. In the bottom lane, they're actually going to find the Terrorblade. Sanke dealing a lot of damage. Static Storm though comes out, and they don't want to be staying there in the middle of Static Storm. Now the Glimpse to bring back Sanke, and they can still bring him down if they have the duel. One more second now. The 2-1. There it is. The duel has to use it on Sanke. The search is about to end. He doesn't have any way to escape this. Has to TP away. The kinetic field just to give vision, and Napoleoshka finds him in the trees and will try to finish him off. But wow, Sanke's dealing a ridiculous amount of damage. He's actually going to win the duel thanks to the Healing Ward. And now W Zayak is the next target of aggression. That Healing Ward is helping out so much in addition to Masquerade's Helm of the Dominator. Even the Sunstrike won't reach him, and they got cocky. They should have used the Sunstrike in the middle of the duel, and they didn't do so. Even I got surprised that the Healing Ward healed up so much. In fact, he decided to max up the Healing Ward or get a couple levels in it, only with 2 levels in Blade Dance. Just because. Just so they could actually get that, well, actually, just so they could keep pushing with the towers. But that was a surprise, because you're so used to seeing Blade Dance Juggernaut that I guess you're not used to seeing that much healing on Juggernaut. But that worked out really well for them. He's even going for Sanjay and Yasha. Very mid-gamey Juggernaut. I like this build by Sanke. The creativity is outbound this game. But that worked out really well for the guys at Mongolz. Getting a bit of dual damage, preventing the dual damage on the Legion Commander. Juggernaut surviving, which was a huge thing. And even getting a kill W Zayak, taking advantage of the Blade Fury and the magic immunity it gives you. Good play. Meanwhile, the Invoker finally recovering thanks to his Midas. He's able to, I mean, he's not going to reach the lead anytime soon, but with this, he's able to at least get his axe at a decent timing. Before minute 20 is usually when you want it, even if you're rushing it. And oh, careful proxy. That was... Okay, that was like a alarm bat, I suppose. Just saying, hey, we're here, and then we're not gonna do anything afterwards. He had a duel too, so that could have been an easy kill onto the air spirit. I think the Legion, that was kind of a lot of psychological damage. Having to deal with the Juggernaut. She got no procs of the moment of courage, so granted, it was a bit unlucky for Napoleoshka too. But it's mainly the fact that, you know, she lost the duel, which was pretty much guaranteed against a hero which had no health. So after you lose that, you kind of start playing a bit more defensively and start considering your plays a bit more. Smoke from Mongolz. Not gonna find anyone. In fact, the smoke from MVP Revolution. Yeah, that smoke was just for Roshan, and they know this. They went for Roshan. Masquerade though, fighting against the Darkseer in the Roshan pit, not the best of ideas. They send the Illusion first just to scout out, and they do know they're there. Wow, that's even the Serpent one's committed. The duel catches out the Lina. Now the Static Storm as well. The Lina and everyone else is silenced in the middle of a beautiful Static Storm Plutonic field. Now the Vacuum Wall Replica comes out, but doesn't deal enough damage. Yomisize though will kill off 2 cores. Sorry, a core and a support disruptor who I thought was the offlaner for some strange reason. The Terrorblade's fighting against his own illusions, and now Sanke is trying to find him out regardless. The Centaur is reaching him out. The Centaur Conqueror with a stump. He's pretty fast, by the way, and Pubber will end up being stunned out. Now the help from the own Darkseer illusion, and his brother will kill him. In the end, Sanke will get that kill as well. No, it was Retribution who got the kill. Ariuka also... Who did he just murder? Who did Ariuka just murder? Where? Oh, okay. In the backlines, Ariuka was just kind of trying to get the kill on the Monkey King. He manages to do so. Or on the yeah, the Monkey King, he managed to do so, but in exchange, the Invoker kills him in the Sunstrike. Okay, that makes sense. And the Roshan will go down regardless. Sanke taking down this Roshan. Sorry, I apologize, but having to do camera broadcasting and everything is kind of hard sometimes. Especially when the game starts lagging a bit as soon as some particle effects start happening. Dota really needs an optimization update. Really needs an optimization update. You don't understand how great my PC specs are. The fact that I'm struggling with Dota is ridiculous. Alright, Diffusal Blade for the Juggernaut. Pretty happy with that. He's actually going for the Jocelyn Hodge and Diffusal Blade. Interesting. I didn't think of that. Okay, he has to start spinning. WZX should die regardless. Sanke doesn't want to follow him too far. I understand that. Even though he has Sunchain Jocelyn, it's a lot of help. Oh my god. Pubber! Did he just TP there? Or what exactly happened? I was just watching Juggernaut trying to kill the Starter. In the end, Pubber just disintegrates himself in the backlines thanks to the Laguna Blade. And this might be the first loss MVP Revolution receive in this tournament. And with this, they'll be able to take the tower down. Tier 2 goes down to the guys from Mongolz. And they'll be really taking a tier 3 too, with the help of the snakes. Good job. And Sanke being hit by the tornado, a bit of an annoyance. Healing Ward though will help him out. Sanke careful. The Age is still on him, so he should be alright actually. Never mind. The Invoker has the Axe, but it's only just barely got it. Oh, he's gonna find the Monkey King. Amisha's already committed to this though. Now the duel in the middle of Static Storm. That's not too good. The Stun Strike is gonna hit the Juggernaut, but he's healing up so much thanks to the mech and the Healing Ward. Sanke again will survive the duel. Now kill the Legion Commander, and they'll be able to take the tier 3 tower into the bottom lane with 20 minutes in. Taking this tier 3 in Rax is huge, and now they're gonna go on Terrorblade. Then Laguna's Blade, they do, and they're gonna disintegrate him again. Terrorblade ceases to exist, and the guys from Mongolz are just running over the enemy team. MVP Revolution seems unable to do anything as Sanke now sees the Monkey King ultimate, wants to kill the Monkey King, but it's a bit dangerous. They do find the Port Invoker, Lightstrike Array, and the Great Tornado to save his damage. The Kinetic Field will not stop the Juggernaut when he's spinning. The Shackles will stop the Invoker as well, and WZX 2 hits from death, but the Boundless Strike will save his life. In the end, only 2 supports survive for MVP Revolution, and Mongolz are now taking the melee Rex down bottom. In addition to the range Rex, it's the whole lane Rex for them for free, while the Age is still conserved, and they haven't lost a single hero. Is not good, and they probably should be taking shrines now, or even going for the tier 2 in the mid lane. After all, the tier 2, the mid lane is really pushed out, so that's pretty good. Now, with that, the shrine will be taken out easily by the guys from Mongolz. Good job from them. Sanke helping to take down this shrine with the extra damage he has. Obviously, getting the Diffusal Blade very soon, but this extra damage. Oh, that's not bad. That's a good duel, actually. But it's going to be divided among the creeps, the Sunstrike, so he might actually not win the duel. Retribution, not going to make it out alive. Should have Yule Scepter himself up, or even used Magic Stick. Oh, he could have survived. He could have survived. I did not know that. Maybe he just decided it was not worth it, or he just panicked, or he just didn't think he was going to live. He magic sticked, you'll scepter the Legion, and then you go for the combo Light Strike Array plus... because he doesn't have Blade Mail yet, so you magic stick, you'll scepter the Legion, Light Strike Array, Laguna's Blade, and Dragon Slave. Unsurprising, actually. Retribution with... I mean, obviously he panicked. You could see it in the movements he did afterwards, but it's not a big deal. Hit a Bloodstone anyway. He still has 10 charges, which is alright. Stormcat, they know where he is, but they're actually trying to go on WZag. The lack of cast range here is really hurting him. But they're gonna instead go on to Stormcat, finally finding him. The sentry put down. They know the Invoker is currently silent. Oh, it has haste too. Nah, they're never gonna find this Invoker now. I mean, they caught him with the Yule Scepter again. That would have been a possibility, but because that dispels the haste rune, right? But not gonna happen. I love the variety of builds we see on Lina. This is the Lina that went for the Bloodstone. Oh, minus 30 seconds respawn time even? Oh, she did go for the cast range, sorry. I'm thinking of a different Lina then. She is more of a utility Lina, not going for the Shivas, or no, instead deciding to go for the Ags. I like the Ags better, actually, for the Lina. It seems like a better idea. It's interesting that she went to the minus 30 seconds respawn time, but that's maybe why she decided to die, or decided it's okay to die. Tier 2 tower will be brought down by the guys at Mongolz, and they'll be taking out a tier 3 possibly as well. MVP Revolution, all they can do here is defend with press the attack, sorry, with overwhelming odds. And the snakes are not really going to be much affected by that. The H is still available. The Omnis is also available. Sunstrike will hit Sanke pretty hard, but Killing Ward has to use it right now. Nope, they'll just break the H's. Honestly, their H's was about to expire anyway, so Juggernaut doesn't really care much about that. He's going to be hit by the EMP when they come back. That means no mana. Shackles though. Laguna's Blade to finish on the Terra Blade, and that's a dead Terra Blade. No more carry for the MVP Revolution, and the push continues by the rest of their team. Sanke, who wants to keep on pushing despite his lack of mana, he is ready and set. He still has the Omnis actually if he needs to fight, and all he needs is a bit of mana to help him out. Oh no, the Monkey King comes with the ultimate. They do manage to finish him off with a great duel here, catching out the Juggernaut, and now the Static Storm. Can they finish off the Lina? They do stun him out with a Abundant Strike. Has to use the Yule Scepter herself, Kinetic Field to stop her down, and in comes the Air Spirit. Actually manages to stop down and bring down the Monkey King. W. Zayak himself, not hit by the Boulder Smash, but they still want to kill him. Even joins in Ariuka with an Earth Shock. They're just going to be able to finish him off. Not need to use it, just auto attacks, and he's dead. And with this, Mongolz bring back the Lina in seconds because of the minus 30 seconds respawn timer and the Bloodstone. And with the Travel Boot, she's able to just join the team fight again and be able to join and attack these racks a second time. Being able to take those melee racks, very important for them. And she doesn't even have to use buyback. It's great. It's absolutely great. She's back in the team fight the second she dies. That build works out too. You know, we can play much more suicidal Lina, it doesn't really matter. They can kill you 1,000 times, and as long as you keep getting kills in between, you'll regain your Bloodstone charges, and you'll be fine. Maybe you'll get 3 kills in between, usually, because you lose a third of your Bloodstone charges, and you just recover that one. Aghanim Scepter for the Lina, interesting, and increase the damage. I said the Shivas, I actually like it a bit better. Doesn't clear illusions as well, but can clear the she can clear the Terra Blade illusions regardless with the Dragon Slave, and she can destroy the Terra Blade easily. Terra Blade himself is actually... Oh, there's Yule Scepter. That's a combo. That's... Oh, missed the Light Strike Array. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they actually got a dual victory with a Sunstrike onto the Juggernaut. That could have been a kill on the Terra Blade, so I guess that's justified for missing the kill, okay, guys? Polyoshka doesn't be hexed out. Now shackled. There it is. Now Boulder Smash, Yo-Yo of Death. Actually doesn't hit with a Geomantic Grip, but it doesn't really matter too much. Even with the healing that he could have put up with the press the attack, it's just not gonna be a big deal. They have 4 on it. Yeah, that was a great Shackles. There's only level 2 Shackles actually. Maxing Hex over Shackles. I like that because Shackles is a spell that lasts too long, honestly. Oh, wait, Retribution. Could die in the mid lane. With Suicide, 11 seconds dead. Ooh, he's starting to increase now. He's starting to actually be dead for a couple seconds. Which is important, you know. Can't just travel back. And now she's actually down to 5 Bloodstone charges, which is starting to be a bit more ridiculous. You don't really want 5 Bloodstone charges. There's a limit to how much you want to die with Lina, even with a minus 30 second respawn time. With this, Stormcat will be able to get his BKB. The Garden Gates will come on the Darkseer, Mr. Masquerade. Oh, careful. The Masquerade is in here with a smoke. Sanke to help, Mariuka as well. They do have the help from Sanke here. With a quick blink dagger into an Omni Slash, she could kill almost anything, including Pubber. Oh no, Pubber's actually hanging out alone, only with illusions. How is he going to prevent the Omni Slash damage? In comes the Rolling Boulder. Now the Boulder Smash. No, yep, they're going to get it halfway through the Rolling Boulder. And the Omni Slash comes out. Like I said, he can't withstand that. With the Diffusal Blade, it's way too much damage. The Glimpse, though, brings back Ariuka, but they don't care. Masquerade is coming in from the backlines. And the Monkey King ultimate. Use Wukong's command, and not the best positioning ultimate, as they now bring down the Invoker with a Blade Fury damage. And they go now to destroy the Monkey King. They push him out of the ultimate with a great Boulder Smash. And Blizzy will also be brought down thanks to the damage of the Juggernaut. The Invoker is forced to buy back, so is the Terrorblade, and they want to defend this tower. Obviously, they have to. This is the last lane of Rex they have. 6 Bloodstone charge for Lina. She's recovered pretty well. They destroyed all those Shadow Shaman wards. Ariuka did die, but in exchange, they forced 2 buybacks and killed the Monkey King for free. That's not bad. And they can take the Shrine now to prevent any enemy TPs from behind them. Honestly, taking another Shrine is really important. The Blade Mill from the Earth Spirit, I like that. Actually, going for Blade Mill is not bad at all. Going for the Blade Mill is really good, because in this game, you're up against a Legion Commander, you're up against an Invoker. They're probably going to deal a lot of damage to you, and you're quite tanky. So, you can even go for the plus 300 health later on. Or you go for the plus 50% spell amplification. Either way works. Either or, frankly. Now, Napoleoshka with a BKB about to be completed on him. That's good, actually. Being able to prevent some of the Lina damage. But Lina's already gone for the 150. Oh, really? 150 attack range over the spell amplification. I would expect that the Lina that goes for magical damage would not go for the 150 attack range. Especially when you didn't go for the 50 damage. But I suppose you still want to go for the orbital cannon build anyway. And it's not bad to have an extra Hurricane Plate. Also, the plus 6%, it's a bit ridiculous. You want to get at least plus 10%. Plus 6% is pretty much an equalness. Minus the useful effect of increasing the range of your spells. Now this mid... oh, okay, that's what they're waiting for. I was wondering what Mongolz was doing, why they weren't playing a bit more aggressively. It's because they're waiting for Roshan. Roshan's going to spawn in just 18 seconds now. And with this, they'll be able to take it, get an Aegis on the Juggernaut, and pretty much be set for the next team fight, because they won't be able to kill the Juggernaut twice, if anything. Right? The Lina will already come back really quickly. She has enough... I mean, she has a lot of experience, but with the Bloodstone charges and the fact that she has a minus 30-second respawn time, she should be fine to just come back immediately in a team fight. So she can commit suicide a bit more often, and the Juggernaut can play aggressively with the Aegis. I don't know if they detected the Roshan. It might have not detected the Roshan. Might have thought that they were doing the Roshan, or doing the Aegis. Yeah, doing Roshan, I suppose, yeah, and then obviously it predicted a bit further, and they don't know if the Roshan's back or not. I mean, it should know, obviously, because it's back. No, it went for the longest time anyway, so of course it has to be back, but AP Revolution can't really fight this too well against, like we said, the Darkseer in the pit. It's actually quite a dangerous play. Proxy's already discovered the smoke. He knows where they are. Has to run away. Tries to prevent the Blink Dagger from Legion Commander. Won't do so. A Sunstrike will actually hit the Juggernaut right in the face, and Juggernaut will go down first. This could be the team fight that turns it all around for MVP Revolution. But, oh yeah, they actually kill the Legion Commander regardless, so it's not too bad for them yet, for the guys at Mongolz. They also destroy the Terrorblade with the help of the Magnetize. That's pretty good. The vacuum to bring out Blizzy, and Blizzy has been Diffusal Bladed, and now destroyed by the own Creep, who's going to help in the destruction of MVP Revolution's team. Sanke comes back in. I think he actually used the buyback there. Yeah, he did. But it was worth it to get the Roshan. They want to finish this now. They want to get the Aegis to just finish it. Literally now. So, Sanke, get the Aegis. They know the Terrorblade has no buyback, or I don't know if they do. Yeah, because he used it earlier. Actually, surprising how little time he's dead, considering he even used the buyback. That's beyond the point. Both him and the Invoker have no buyback, so if they kill the Invoker once, they're done. They actually didn't even use the Omnislash for that team fight because they couldn't, frankly. And now they're just going to decide to go for the last lane of Rax. Ariuka's already decided. The separate wards have been used in the last team fight, so it's not too big a deal. The Shadow Shaman dying, existing, really is not too big a deal. All he is a Shackles and maybe a Hex. That's it. Sanke starts hitting this tower, though. Pretty good amount of damage with the Diffusal Blade and Sanjay Yasha. Will bring the structure down pretty swiftly. And Sanke will be brought down. We're bringing down the tower. Not taking anything but this melee Rax. Oh, there's the duel onto the Lina. That's the Sunstrike also hitting in. They're trying to divide the damage, but it's a bit too late. Lina has to buy back as well, or maybe not choosing to do so because she only died for 20 seconds anyway. Boulder Smash comes in, does stun at the Terrorblade in the middle of Static Storm, though. At the best place to fight. They actually managed to kill the Juggernaut, and Ariuka is being glimpsed back and destroyed by the Legion Commander. Sanke has to blink away once the Aegis comes back, but for now, it does seem like this team fight is not going too well for them. The Omnislash finally comes out, kills the Invoker, want to kill the Terrorblade as well. They don't have enough damage just yet. They have to slow him down somehow. Bummer will die. They'll Blade Fury damage. Sanke is going for the 3-core build, killing the enemy cores and winning the game. With that, Mongolz will be taking the final pieces needed to take down the structures and win the game, forcing a GG from MVP Revolution and winning game number 1 against the favorite for this tournament. The guys who haven't lost a single game until now get destroyed by Mongolz. Congratulations to the Mongolian team. And we will be coming back very soon with the next game of the day between Mongolz and MVP Revolution. Don't worry, it's only going to be a couple seconds with some music. My name has been DSwordfish. I've been your caster for today. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you, Motoranya, for the nice comments. And we'll be back very shortly with game number 2 of this best of 2. That's the second series of the day. We still have one last series, so stay tuned. Do not worry. Enjoy some tunes while you wait, and I'll see you guys soon.
You say you love me, but I don't think that it's true. It's all for you, all that I do. It's hard to escape all the problems in your brain, but it's okay. In your eyes that I need to let go. I said, girl, don't lose your faith. Don't lose your faith, faith. Running in circles, never leave me alone. Say I don't answer the messages or pick up my phone. Say we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Tell me your stories but don't leave out the lies, cause I know I got some problems and I'm open to mine. So we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Talking about somebody rolling, boulevard dining, making it count for efforts I can't explain. Balling and feeling we drowning, never been humbled by playing the fighter. Never been broken, never been bothered, suddenly changing, thinking I'm never amounting to nothing. Been chasing a stereotypical fantasy, acting like everything happens for reasons, still I just might hit. Been making me lose my mind, but telling myself why the hell did I write shit. When you sit there with your long legs, but bitching about something I don't know. Then you walk away realizing it's so predictable where we just won't go. And that's wedding bells in a chapel, been nibbling on the wrong apple. Living life, emotions you never can manage, they picking me out of a raffle. Number one heartache, coming from memories. Number two pencil style, we straight now, going opposite ways. These opposite days are making me think what to say now, and that's real. Running in circles, never leave me alone. Say I don't answer the messages or pick up my phone. Say we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Tell me your stories but don't leave out the lies, cause I know I got some problems and I'm open to mine. So we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Been coming in closer, been taking my time when they speeding off, writing and signing these deals they supposed to. I don't get motivation for something I wanna pursue, spitting hotter than toasters. Saturday grinding, I'm better off sitting back, mixing and chilling some fucking mimosas. Should we toast her, making $1,000 in my pocket? Like fine, that's good for me now. Or say fuck it, I'm taking my shit to some levels and bringing my friends overseas now. I can do it, but promise me every time I'll be down lower than hell. You digging me back to the surface, rocking the stage. You think I'm just cocky, but really I'm drowning inside, feeling nervous. Sound of the violins of the alarm clock, they waking me up when the harm stop. I'm dreaming we staying together, but honestly you kinda act like it's all games. And I'm tired of this, but it's sad cause I feel like you fine with this. And I'm mad as hell, but I cry for this. Just wasting my time, but it feels my game. Spit a rhyme to this, and that's real. Running in circles, never leave me alone. Say I don't answer the messages or pick up my phone. Say we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Tell me your stories but don't leave out the lies, cause I know I got some problems and I'm open to mine. So we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone.
Nothing You would wipe away my tears, so sincere, turn gray skies to blue.